Welcome, everybody. It's the off-season. It is off-season live. Hope you're all okay. It feels good. It feels good. It feels good. Hope you're all okay. It's been nearly 3 weeks since the last live stream, a preview for Luton. Yeah, not bad. We're starting it off with a Magnum. What's not to love? What's not to love? How are we all doing? Let's see how we're doing in chat. Shock said first at 5:42 p.m. Fair. If you've been sat waiting that whole time, just with the page open, fair play. Owen, how are you? Hull get battered. We took 4 points off you, mate. Oscar Estupinian, 4 goals. Oscar owns you. I've only just seen that comment. Wow. Prediction. It's going to be a really tough game. We'll talk more about the playoffs a little bit later on. But it's going to be a really, really, really tough game. And I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm really looking forward to watching it. Leo reckons it'll be 2-0 Luton. Shocks reckons it'll be 6-0 to Luton. Oh, wow. We've got a couple more. Luton 1, Cov 3. 2-2 after extra time. Luton win 5-3 on pens. Not bad. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Adam. Luke O'Connell. I don't know who that is. Ashley, I did see it. I haven't had a chance to reply yet, but I did see it. I can't remember what it was for the life of me, though. Oh, yeah. A guy standing out a window. We'll have a look at this together. Anyone know this young man who's grunting the derelict badge, shouting at passers-by? And Ashley said, "Oh, Grandpa Joe kind of looks like you, not just because of the hair." Yeah, the face shape is quite similar, isn't it, from the side? I can confirm, though, I've never been stood in a derelict badge shouting at passers-by around Hull. Oh, you bugger. It's all right. 5-second rule. It's all right. Floor's clean. Oh, Barnes the midfielder. Hey, if they don't go up, it might be worth having a look. 3-2 Luton win, says Ben Barrett. Get the Magnum in. Is that Magnum Caramel? No, it's a Magnum Classic Remix, this one. Very, very tasty indeed. We all know that Marcus loves the Magnum Caramel, though, don't we, Leo? And for all of you who are aware of who Marcus is, if ever you see him or you watch one of his videos, please comment. I think he's got a video coming out tomorrow on Monday. Please just comment on it. Magnum Caramel. That's all you've got. That's all you've got to comment. Don't say I sent you or anything like that. Just comment Magnum Caramel, please. Well, yeah, that should amuse him. Cheers, Lucas. Have a good night, mate. Bring Kane back. Nah, I won't do that. Marcus loves anything. Marcus be about to explode in the chat. No, he's Leo. Oh, brilliant. Oh my God. I'm not going to explain that. That's just a little joke between the three of us. Oh, that's incredible. Marcus is on his way to a concert in Scarborough tonight for a Queen tribute band, so he can't be here, sadly. But I presume to kickstart things, you want to know what happened at Luton. Because it was a big story. It was a big story. Just hang on. Adam, can't believe no F1 this weekend. My weekend been boring without hearing Lewis and Max moan like kids in the playground. Yeah, I will just address that before I start joking around about what happened in Luton. Yeah, I should probably put the Magnum down for this, but I'll take one last little bite. What's happened in the Emilia-Romagna region of Italy, by the way, looks awful. And my heart goes out to anyone affected by that. F1 has just thrust that onto the world stage in a much bigger way than it otherwise would have been. And it's not F1 that's lost out here, it's the region and the people who are affected by it. And it's a real shame to see. Hi, Ollie. Right. Let's talk about Luton then. But not the game. You all know, if you've been in and around the previews for the last few weeks, you all know that Marcus made quite the headline about me going with a friend of mine who happens to be female. Well, let me tell you how that went. Because as it turns out, the skeet, the Marcus, Mr. the Hull Boy himself, he was very nervous to see her after what he said on these previews and other things. And let's just say he made a bit of a fool of himself. She was loving every minute of it. And you might have thought, oh, why didn't you put her in the vlog? Stuff like that. She didn't want to be. Let's be realistic. The day wasn't about, is she his ex or something? No, mate. No. Far from it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell the full story. Future wife. Far from it, mate. Yeah, let's just say Marcus wasn't too pleased with how the day went. But in terms of the game, it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good day out. Spent my day with Leo. When we got to Luton, met up with Leo. Marcus joined us at some point. Our mate Josh was there. It was a great day. Lewis Perry was with us for a little bit. And of course, my mate, who Marcus was very keen to make a point of that she was coming with me. But no, it was a brilliant day. And look, do I want to go to Kenilworth Road again? Yes, I do. But what I can't explain to you lot who didn't go, the first time you see it, it's something that the feeling that you get walking through the first time is a feeling you never ever get again, because you'll never ever get it again. Because I know if I am ever to go back to Kenilworth Road, I know what to expect now, and the fact I now know what to expect and how it works means the whole thing I'm sort of a bit desensitized to. But if you ever go to Kenilworth Road, the first time you ever go, you will be taken by surprise. The turnstiles, right? They're about as wide as they're about my shoulder width wide, right? Probably a bit less. They're about this wide. It's ridiculous. It's a squeeze for even someone skinny like me. Although I have been putting the muscle on a little bit recently, just saying. I can't believe I've just done that. Look, and then as you walk in, there's just 2 rows of toilets. In the lads' toilets, you literally just peed in a hole. It's because the bays, you know, in the lads' toilets where you just like usually just pee into a pot, basically. The bays are so low that you might as well just be peeing on the floor or into a hole or something. It's really, really, really weird. And then you go through, you walk up those steps, you see all that, you see the gardens, all this sort of thing. Oh, mate. Oh, it's special. It's special. And then sat in the ground, right? There's about, if I just move my chair here, you can see, you can see this. This is similar leg room from where I am now to my bed, to what I had when I was sat down next to Leo in the seats before the game. It was, yeah, wow. It was something. It was something. But like I say, it's an experience you'll never ever have again. So that first time you go, relish it. I filmed it. I just thought, I have to film this. I have to keep this forever and know that this is, yeah, wow, this is it. This is the first time I ever experienced that, and it was great. It was great. Yeah, wow. Bodie the screen ain't black, mate. I've got the stream open in a different tab to make sure everything's working. So unfortunate that one, pal. Thank you, Shocks. I'm not about to be doing gym vlogs. I'm not at all. W. I hate that word so much. I hate that word with an absolute passion. Riz. I hate it so much. Barnsley or Sheffield? Do you mean Sheffield Wednesday, Adam? I'm going to assume you mean Sheffield Wednesday. I think Sheffield Thursday. Adam, you'll upset Lisa. Oh, Lisa. Booking those playoff final coach tickets, eh? Bloody hell. You know what? We'll use this time to speak about the playoffs. And then we'll move on to the release list, transfer rumours, The new kit, I've just seen your comment, Harry. We'll move on to the new kit in just a second, but we're going to talk about the playoffs first and who could come down from the Premier League as well, because Nottingham Forest with 84 minutes gone are 1-0 up against Arsenal. And that is a step closer to sealing the fate of Leeds United in the Premier League. But Charlie, yes, you're right. Kappa is the new kit supplier, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. And I have heard some stuff about the new kit. I have heard some stuff about the new kit, so just hold on that, and I will explain more in just a few minutes. But the playoffs. We'll talk. We'll talk Luton Sunderland first, where Sunderland in the first leg were brilliant. I saw when Luton went 1-0 up, I thought at the Stadium of Light when Adebayo scored, I thought, right, this is it. Luton will get a second, and that'll be tied up. Oh, I've just got a photo from Marcus. He sent me a picture. He's by the sea. Nice. So, yeah, I thought Luton would just go on, but then Diallo's free kick. Oh my God, that is summer. That was quite summer. That was an incredible goal. And then moving on to the second leg, Sunderland just seemed to panic. Their lack of experience in that team just... Wait, is that a penalty? Ooh, we could have some VAR stuff here if Aurier doesn't keep that in. If the ball goes out, this will go to VAR. Ooh. Will it? Steve Cooper's fuming. No, it won't. They've put it straight back in play. I've lost my train of thought. But no, yeah, Sunderland, they just deserted the way they played football all season. Oh, Jesus just slipped on his ass and put it out for a goal kick. Sunderland they seem to just completely disregard the neat passing and the control that they've had in games for a lot of this season. And they just went to route one, lump it long. And they lost because of it. They just, their experience or lack thereof was what betrayed them in the end. And look, but it's a young squad. They'll be back. But Tony Mowbray potentially getting replaced? Rumours at the start of this week? Nah, surely not. But Luton, Osho and Lockie are scoring two really, really good headers. And that sets up a tie with Coventry, where in the first leg, Borough had the better of the first 25. Coventry had the better of the last 25. But then in the second leg, then, wow. Borough just, from what I saw of it, Borough just weren't really at it. And Coventry were deserving winners. Hamer's goal was a really, really well taken one. And that sets up a great final in which I think Luton will win. I think Luton will take it. I think it'll be 2-1 Luton after extra time. I can just see Luton doing it, you know. I just can't. I just get that feeling that Luton will do it. Which is incredible because when you consider where they were all those years ago, you know, not too long ago, in the conference, you know, playing against Rushden and Diamonds and teams like that, and then rising through. Them and Coventry were in League Two together 5 years ago, and both of them now are in with a shot of getting to the Premier League. Both of them now are in with a shot of getting to the Premier League. That's remarkable. And the playoffs, for moments, for individual moments, like Diallo's free kick, they are incredible. And if we move down into League One, playoffs are so good because of what they create. Anything can happen. Absolutely anything. Two teams can be so evenly matched throughout a season, and then one team can batter the other. And then in the second leg, another team, the same team can batter them back. That's why the playoffs are so good. That Bolton-Barnsley game yesterday was a great one. Out of the two, I would have, to be honest, preferred Bolton to do it. Purely because, one, Thogden made my career and there's content there. But second of all, I haven't been to the University of Bolton Stadium in a long time. And I don't really remember it because I was so young when it was our promotion season. Obviously, grounds like Wembley, you remember. But grounds like Blackburn and Bolton that I went to that season haven't had a chance to go back to since. They're grounds I'd like to do again, just to say, right, I will absolutely remember this now. Like from Bolton, Arsenal are in here. Odegaard, Partey, is he dispossessed? Yes, he is. Can he win it back? Oh, Loddy clears. Forest on the break, 7 added minutes. Gibbs White against Ben White. Oh no, it's not Gibbs White, it's Johnson. I thought that was Morgan Gibbs White running through, but no, it's Brennan Johnson. 7 added minutes. They're almost 2 down. They're almost 2 down. Almost 2 of those minutes down. Can Arsenal do anything? Jorginho. Forest. They're sitting with 2 banks of 4, more or less. There's a bank of 4 and there's a bank of about 6. Yeah, there's a bank of 4, a bank of 5, and Brennan Johnson just sitting in. So ball into the box, which Navas claims, and he's just going to chill out with that. Go on, Forest. I didn't want Forest to stay up at the start of the season. I'm going to be honest. I don't like the blueprint that it sets, where you have to spend, where if they stay up, it's shown right. You have to spend 200 million. Desert the squad that got you promoted. That's not how it works at all. That's not how it works. But yeah, I'd like to go. Like what I remember from Bolton is it absolutely heaving down with snow and rain for some parts of the game. So everyone's moving higher and higher up. And the game was so boring. I remember like Snodgrass almost scored a free kick. And the whole ground went, ooh. And my dad was falling asleep, stood up. He was like, oh, what's happened? Snodgrass hit the bar with a free kick, Dad. Oh, right. But no, it was an awful game. But it's a ground I'd like to go back to. But Oakwell, we've got very good memories there over the last season or so. Yeah. Well. Yeah, League One. And the winner of that game, of that tie, Barnsley, will face Sheffield Wednesday. Where, oh my, wow, what a tie. What a tie that was. And I'm gutted Peter didn't do it. Grant McCann would never. But I don't even know where to start. I wanted Peterborough to do it because Cade and Cape United content, us two get along so well. And content like that, it would have been so good. Going down to Peterborough, seeing him in the flesh, that sort of thing. But as Charlie's put, yeah, we can't. Leo, well, we can't. Yeah. I was gutted. But for Chef Wednesday, though, fair play. Fair play. And you know what? As a Malik Wilkes sympathiser, I'm pleased for them. I'd want them to do it now. Because again, I haven't been to Hillsborough for so long. So, and yeah, Malik Wilkes. I'd want to see Malik Wilkes again. I love Malik. Not as much as Leo loves Malik, but I do like Malik. There's a story, I've told it before, an open training session. I'm walking around speaking to the players, getting stuff signed, and Malik says that he watches all my videos. So that was quite cool. And this is like 3 weeks after I've said Malik Wilkes has been complete and utter shit this season. I don't understand how he still plays 90 minutes every week. So I just said to him that he's brave. But yeah, right, just give me a second. I need to blow my nose. I'm bunged up with hay fever at the minute. Give me 2. There we go. Nose all cleared. God, this is what you get on an off-season stream. But no, the penalties. Oh, I never stay up that late, right? I never ever stay up that late. And I was chatting to much like Leo, the last I went to Luton with, she also quite the admirer of Malik Wilkes. And I was sort of rubbing it into her that we weren't going to see Malik after the 4-0. And I just sort of I text her with. So I sort of went back with my tail between my legs. Just sort of said, we're going to see Malik, aren't we? But Wednesday, as I'm talking her through this game, I said, Peterborough have been awful, no way they win this now. She replies, and as soon as she replies, I say, I take it back, Peterborough scored. She puts, sake. And then I text her half an hour later, Wednesday went on penalties, what a game. And she says, that's kept you up late. And I tell her, I'm fuming. I wanted to stay up and see Peterborough win. And I stayed up till 11 o'clock, which is unprecedented for me. I'd never ever do it. And Peterborough didn't even win. Fuming. Absolutely fuming. But hey, it is what it is. And well. Anyway, I've not looked at chat for a bit. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at chat. How far did I get to? If Sunderland did sack Tony Mowbray and replaced him with someone with a career Adjun would have loved, the old Adjun would have loved, that would be a terrible, terrible move. Oh, Sonny Bradley. Oh, we love Sonny Bradley. We love Sonny Bradley. I don't think we'll sign him, and I don't really want us to sign him because it probably means Greaves is gone, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute after we've spoken about the kits and the Premier League. But yeah, it's interesting. Simon, hope you're well. We can't, mate. We can't do Bolton. Yeah, it's Barnsley Chef Wednesday, but Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. When the fixture list comes out, we'll have a better idea. Forest are safe. Manchester City are champions. Taiwo Awoniyi is loving it in front of the camera. Forest safe. Arsenal will be runners-up. Wow. We can't do... Adrian will definitely rise to the Premier League. He has never failed. I hope so. I'm praying. Can't do Malik's chant here. Oh, Viva Malik. Viva Malik. How long am I staying on? I'll probably stay on for about another half an hour, pal. What have I heard about the kit? Quickly, Bernie, I'll just talk about the Premier League, where, I hope Leeds go down. We'll have a quick little look at the Premier League table now, as Manchester City have been crowned champions and Nottingham Forest are safe. If Forest are safe, what does that mean for Leeds United? Well, obviously now, Man City cannot be caught. Forest are in the clear. But Everton only getting a point today means Leeds are still in with a shout. And as are Leicester City, it's going to go to the final day. Leeds play West Ham tomorrow. That's the 1:30 kickoff live on Sky. Come on, West Ham. Jared Bowen will do it for us. Jared Bowen will do it. But I think it will be Leicester and Leeds that come down from the Premier League alongside Southampton. So, the kit. So, it's safe to say it's probably a well-known fact now. It's just awaiting announcement from the club. Kappa will be our new kit supplier. Umbro here. Thank you. But Adrian wants a change. And the reason this change has come about is, I believe, because Adrian has a stake in the Turkish branch of Kappa. So obviously it's going to be a bit easier money-wise. They'll probably be a bit more generous because Adrian owns part of it, which is a sneaky way of getting around things when you've got an owner who has his fingers in a lot of pies, his eggs in a lot of baskets. But yeah, I'm you know what? I'm not too disheartened. Obviously, Umbro have done some fantastic stuff. Like we've got the home shirt from this season here, which is stunning. The training gear is class. These shorts and tracky bottoms that I always wear, they're so comfortable. And of course, we've got. That's not the blackout kit. That's not the blackout kit. Where's the second blackout shirt? I don't know, but we've got the blackout shirt, which is the big sort of crowning achievement, isn't it? This blackout shirt. That's the mustard. That's different gravy, and I'm one of few people who could say they've got both of them, which is very, very nice. Oh, they're setting fireworks off after Forest have won again. I remember that. I jumped out of my skin. I went and hid behind a car because I thought it was some sort of terrorist attack. I just heard explosions in the street. So I take cover as I'm walking back to the car, and it's just someone setting fireworks off. Oh, but it must be a common thing. They're even doing it when it's bright light. What's that about? But no, and the home kit is, well, from what I've been told, let me get the different things up. Hull City 2000. What did they say? Who I got this information from? It was, who was it? Aha, here we go. So, Hull City 2005. Okay, so let me get these shirts up to show you. And then I'll pull them into a separate tab so I can just flick between the two a bit more easily when I share my screen. Now I can't find StreamYard. Where's StreamYard? There's StreamYard. Right. No. I want to share that. Yes. Let me share that. So, the home kit, this person says, is similar to that. So, it's predominantly, from what I've heard, it's predominantly amber. Wait, hang on. I've read this all wrong. Kappa, yes. Home black and amber stripes, bit similar to 2005-06. So it's similar to that, I think. There's no punctuation in this, so it's difficult for me. My brain doesn't work without punctuation. I'm an English student. So away. So it says Kappa, yes. Home black and amber stripes, bit similar to 2005-06. Away all amber third is similar. So the all amber. So it's an all amber away or third shirt, a bit similar to this. That's what I can gather. But yeah. Then so I think that makes sense in my head. So the home kit is black and amber stripes as we'd expect. The away kit is all amber, and the third kit is a bit similar to 2016-17, the all pink one. So if it's all pink, I'm in dreamland. I love a good pink shirt. If that's what it means, like I say, because I'm an English student, I just punctuate everything. So when people don't use punctuation in places I would put punctuation, it's a bit weird, but I think I've made sense of it. So so it's black and amber striped home, all amber away, and a third kit similar to the purple cactus. Be that in design or in colour, I'm not sure. You know what? I'll ask. Let me send a message just quickly. Just on a live stream about now talking about the kits for next year, just to clear up. Just to clear up, because you know, Kappa, black and amber, striped, home, amber away, third, like 2016-17, is the third kit like the 2016-17 pink one in design or in colour. Let's find out a little bit more, shall we? This is the extent of my investigative journalism for you. Let's see what sort of response I get. Oh, message has been read already. I should have some news pretty soon. While we're waiting for that, let's move on to the released retained list and some transfers. So, just to recap, this is what the retained/release list looks like. I did a full video breaking it down. Yesterday, but just to go over what has happened. Doc, Coyle and Coville have had their 1-year options on their contracts activated. David Robson didn't have an option, so has been offered a new deal. Smith, Chadwick and Elder are leaving. The loan players going back: Baxter, Connolly, Darlow, Ebue and Pelkas. That doesn't mean we won't go back in to sign one of them, at least this one, maybe both. There was actually a Twitter thread earlier. Let me find it. John Uzzle tweeted about it. Go on, John. Okay. Let's find what John Uzzle replied to this this tweet. There we go. I found it. Right. We're going to remove that just quickly. And we're going to go to a tweet by Aidan McDon, who said, Darlow sat next to my flight back from Verona. Top bloke, kept starting conversation with me. Get him back, please. So he says, but he kept talking to me. However, some of the things he and his wife said bode well, but nothing outright. Those things being his wife said next season will be better, and that he said his son will probably grow up to support us, which seems unlikely from just a 6-month loan. You never know, they may have just been nice, but I'm a lot more hopeful about it all now. And Carl Darlow's son, well, Carl Darlow's son, there's a picture of him carrying his son onto the pitch the last game at the MKM against Swansea. And his son is a very, very, very young child, like baby. So growing up to support City when the son's when they're a baby and he's only there for 6 months. Carl Darlow, oh, always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know you're indestructible. Always believe in Carl Darlow. Oh, anyway, Jevon Mills has signed a new contract. Jack Leckie and Jim Sims were already under contract for next season. Harry Fisk, Sincere Hall, Alfie Taylor, Jake Leake, Tom Nixon, Ollie Green and Will Jarvis took options, had their options taken up and were offered new contracts. Released Tom McCauley, Louis Chorlton, Harry Lovick, Harry Wallace, Josh Hines and Macaulay Snellgrove. I think in particular the way that Harry has gone out has been quite muggy from Connor Sellers' part. Based on what Harry's dad said anyway, I think it's really, really quite snaky. The way that all of Harry's hard work, because he's a quality player, is Harry. He's done really well when I've watched him. But Connor Sellers just doesn't fancy him. And under 21s, they can see he's a player, but he doesn't. I'm not sure. Brown and Fanning have got their first pro deals, but this one really surprised me, Glenn. That's really shocked me. I thought he was a shoo-in. Aman, Keegan and James Carr, not much. I think if any of these three were going to get pro deals, they would be around the 21s a lot more than they were. And when players in the 18s like Samapoku, Jaden Chabanga, who else? Cam Gray was in there quite a bit. When those sorts of players were in and around the 21s more than they were when they were first-year scholars, it didn't bode well for them. Vosey was interesting one. I thought he would, but it wasn't as dead set in my mind as I thought it was for Glenn. And then these guys, these were all revealed. Stan Ashby, Ian Ashby's lad, Lucas Dawson, I believe is Andy Dawson's lad as well. So there's going to be Louis' brother, Ian Ashby's son, and Andy Dawson's son, all in the under 18s next year. Rocco will have a big season next year. I can feel it. He's had a really tough time with injuries as Rocco this year. But next year, good things will come. Someone said Sani might be going to a better club since he's left. I never thought of it like that. I have an update. I have an update on kits. Right. I'm just going to put "You're a Legend." So, it's an all amber. For fuck's sake, I've gone out of focus. Come on! Come on! Right, Leo. What were we saying earlier, right? What were we saying earlier? About the third kit. Black and amber stripes on the home. All amber away. The third kit is like the 2016-17 pink one in design, but in colour, it is navy blue. Leo, what were we saying earlier, mate? What were we saying? Are you still in chat, Leo, please? Me and Leo were saying earlier, we'd like a navy blue. We'd like a navy blue kit or a blue kit at some point. It's all aligning. Leo, he can't still be here. He can't still be here. But anyway, yeah, that's the kit insight. So I've ruined the surprise for all of you because part of the fun is finding out what colour the away kit is and stuff. But Ajun shared this stuff with people, and I have not been told. So I'll tell you all. I haven't been told to keep it confidential. But yeah, buzzing. buzzing, really pleased. So, yeah, that's all the info. In terms of transfers, it's all been very quiet, which is, well, a change from last summer. Transfer talk will start back up when the rumour mill gets going a little bit. But that won't start at least until June. It won't start for at least another week or two yet. And then you've been feasting, have you, mate? But did you hear it? Did you hear it? The Blue. Buzzing. Very, very buzzing with that. Leo's just been given food. But did you hear what I was saying, Leo, about the blue third shirt? What's going on at Forest? If that's a pitch invasion, that's the shittest pitch invasion I've ever seen. It must just be players' family. So, Leo, I've got some kit clarification. Black and amber striped home, all amber away, and the third shirt is similar in design to the pink cactus one of 2016-17, but it's blue. What were we saying earlier, mate? What were we saying earlier? Class. Absolutely class. Yeah, so back to transfers. It's been quiet. It's been quiet. So the Sonny Bradley rumour, I don't think we need him. I don't think he'll come back. Because he's left-footed. And if we've got Greaves and McLaughlin, I think we're fine. But the only basis on which I can see him coming in is if Greavesy moves on. Which, how did I find out? Sources, mate. Sources. Greavesy moving on isn't out of the realms of possibility, but I think he will stay. If he does move on to raise funds for transfers and what have you, I'd expect Sonny to maybe come in. But, yeah. Nice. Nice. And I think that's everything. Apart from videos in this off-season, right? I'm going to do a little bit on players who've been out on loan this season. I'm going to try and get in contact with any like Antalyaspor fans or people who know Turkish football for how Cynic's done. Who else has been out on loan? Oxford, Ty Smith, and Brandon Fleming. I'm going to try and get in contact with different people to be able to allow that to be a bit more of a summary for you lot. And we'll talk to these fans about of these opposition clubs about how these players have done when they've come back, when they've gone on loan, or in Cynic's case, gone back out on loan. That was an idea that someone put on my story a little bit ago. I won't say what Marcus put because that would be a rabbit hole, and we're not doing that. Someone also suggested I hire a football pitch when I went out to speak to one of the PE teachers yesterday at sixth form, and they were just sending the class off doing something, and they says to me, "Can you just keep hold of this football so they don't kick it everywhere?" I just started doing some keepy ups with it, and I haven't had a football at my feet for so long, and I feel so rusty, and I've forgotten everything. There wasn't much there in the first place, but no. So the last thing you want to see is me playing football. Yeah, so I got the answers I got were someone saying that they'll DM me the video idea they had and then didn't DM me it. Football challenges, rent a pitch, is Joe a baller? No. The reviewing the players that went out on loan is what I'm going to do. Just hang on, I'm going to have to blow my nose again here. This is going to be gross. Just give me 10 seconds. Right, that's all sorted again. I've cleared my illness. Rating fans, but that's a rabbit hole. I don't want to upset relations. Predictions. When the playoffs are done, I'm going to react to my championship predictions. Yeah. So I didn't get many from that, but what I am going to do and you'll love this, is sit down and react to Wigan 8-0. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to wait and see what chat says. Ashley, have I thought about ranking managers? No, I haven't. Could do. But I want to see what the response is to Wigan 8-0. Because the way the video will work is I will have to be sat down with somebody. No, Leo, I know I've taken you by surprise, mate, but I am going to do it. Oh, is that Josh? Is that Josh telling you to tell me? Charlie, I've just seen your text. I don't have pictures of the shirts. This person doesn't have pictures, but was shown them by Ajun on Ajun's phone. So no one who were there at the time managed to get pictures because he was just sort of showing them like this. But yeah. Josh. Wait, is Josh watching? Is Josh watching? I'm gonna text him. Leo has just given me your. Leo has just asked your message on. Are you watching? Question mark. Laughing face. Let's see what he's got to say. Oh, he's not watching. Oh. But no, I am going to react to Wigan 8-0. The way it's going to work is I'm going to be sat down with a friend. Because if I sit down, right, and try to watch it on my own, that shit's getting turned off. I can guarantee. But if someone sat there with me, they will make me watch it. And I won't be able to bail out. But that's going to happen at some point. Transfer talk will become a weekly thing again, where I go out for a walk or whatever. To be fair, I might do it now where Marcus watches it all the time. But the problem with Marcus is he lives in Malton. So he won't come down to Hull just for that. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I was sort of putting it off and putting it off and putting it off for a little bit. Then I had a couple of requests. Ashley, I think you said it. But then I was chatting to someone on the way to Luton. And they said, you've got to do it. And I thought, you know what? I will. Watch it with Josh and Bill. Oh my God, that would be a disaster. Oh, Bill would love it. Bill would absolutely love it. Josh would just set the mic. Josh would just set the mic. But oh my God. No, I'd love that. I'm not going to watch it with Josh or Bill. But, right. And that is just about everything. So if something happens over the next week, I'll report it. I'll report on it. I might do another one of these next Saturday. Might do. Equally might not. But it just depends what happens, doesn't it? We'll see. We might be able to talk a little bit more transfers, hopefully, depending on what happens. And any news that comes out during the week. I'll try. I'll see what happens. If there's something stream-worthy... Oh, no, there's Premier League final day and all the playoffs, isn't there? Ooh. Excuse me. Premier League final day. When are all the games? When are all the games? They're all on Sunday at 4:30. It might be a Monday afternoon job. There will also be, as well, at some point, sort of like what's going to happen next season sort of thing, where I'm going to sit down with somebody and just discuss what on earth is life and what's going on with the channel. Certain things I've tried over the past year, certain things that have been close to coming off but haven't quite come off, things that might happen next season, all stuff like that. You can treat it like a podcast. It'll be 20, 25 minutes, sat down, talking, reviewing the season a little bit as well, and talking about the channel in a bit of detail. So you can expect that to come as well. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Up the Tigers. And I might see you next Sunday after the Premier League final day. See you later, everyone. Goodbye.